Okay, welcome back. So basically, the reason why the basic fundamentals of computers is important is because a lot of my customers here at my store, I get a lot of people who walk in that have no knowledge to very little knowledge of how a computer operates. What is its purpose? Why does it do what it's do? How to make things faster? Are they charging it correctly? Is the screen flickering for whatever reasons? And a whole bunch of other issues. So basically, my job as an analyst is to make sure that every device is functioning the way it's supposed to function, and it meets the standards not just of the manufacturer, but it meets the standards of the consumer that walks into the store. Um, to get the basics going, we're just going to show you the difference between Apple laptops and Windows computers or Windows laptops because there's two different functionalities. Some of them are similar, but there's going to be different functions on how the device operates. So we're going to go and get started, and let me basically show you the first one that we're going to start with is going to be a MacBook Pro. So MacBook Pro is usually when you turn it on, when you turn on the MacBook Pro, the majority of them will turn on when you open the computer. So as soon as you open, at least for some of the newer models, they will turn on and they'll start functioning the way you want to. What we focus on is number one, as an analyst on my technicians, they'll focus on several things when a computer comes in. Number one, is it dirty? Does it have any coffee stains, any liquid stains, spills, drops, cracks, crumbs, candy, anything of that nature? A lot of students and a lot of our elderly customers, they will have that issue. Basically, what we usually look for in these basic stuff is we have flashlights or UV lights that we can analyze stuff that you will not see through the naked eye, and then we can determine what the issue is. So let's move on with the basics. So number one is obviously this is the laptop. So when you get it out of your box, your packaging, you want to make sure that you get your charger, and you want to make sure that these two connections right here where you charge your device are not dirty. There's no debris in them. So when you plug it in, you want to plug it in for charging for at least 2 to 3 hours. But then you probably ask yourself, well, sometimes I charge my laptop, and when I'm working on it, I have it plugged in at all times. Is that safe? Absolutely. But when you are not using it and you notice that your battery is fully charged, you want to make sure that you do unplug it. Unplug it from the actual source, and don't plug it back in until you are either A, using it, or you get an alert basically saying that it's time to charge a laptop. That's the only time you want to charge it. Why is that important? So the reason why that's important is because the longer you keep charging your device, the battery will start receiving trickle charge, and that means that it's still receiving a charge, a small little amperage or voltage over time. What happens when you basically leave it plugged in the majority of the time? Well, when you leave it plugged in the majority of the time and the device is turned off and only turned off, you're still allowing it to charge. So the battery, which is right here in this area, the battery will eventually start getting fat, hot, or a battery will not last as long. So if you are basically, same rules apply to keep it basics, is if you're charging your cell phone, you go to bed, you leave it plugged in. When you wake up, you see on the meter it says 100% on it, and then you go about your merry day with your phone. You're not leaving it charged because basically, if you left it plugged in and charging the entire time, you're causing more harm than good. So, basic fundamental number one, make sure you do not leave your laptop charged more than 3 hours if you are basically going to sleep. So, if you are going to sleep, make sure you unplug your device and do not leave it plugged in overnight. Why is the third reason for it? So, the third reason would basically be, so let's say you have a thunderstorm that's happening at night, and or some kind of lightning or power failure in your house or whatever. Well, some breakers from older model homes, we've noticed in this field that older model breakers, when you lose power to your house and the power turns on, it causes extra voltage or high amperage. And sometimes, not in all cases, but in sometimes, it will send a more of a higher amperage to your charger, which will then blow your charger out or your charging cord or the laptop itself. So please understand that it's not safe to leave your computer plugged in overnight when you're going to bed. You can charge it for 3 hours during the day. Look at your meter, and if your meter shows 100%, your battery charging on the computer when you have it turned on. Then you can go ahead and unplug your charger, put your laptop away in your backpack or your bag, or just leave it on your desk, whatever it is that you do, and just get ready to use it the next day. That is the most important thing about the Macs, or should I say any laptop. Second thing is, if you do use your laptop a lot, there's what's called a fan. The fan here keeps the rest of the laptop nice and cool. However, if you are a heavy user for your laptop, you want to make sure you clean this fan out every 6 months. The same way you would change your filter out for your air conditioner at home every 90 days to 6 months, I would highly recommend that you basically take it to a service professional, have them clean this fan out, and I can guarantee you that your computer will last a heck of a lot longer, because there's basically no debris inside it. The same way you did for your house. Just remember, you want to do this the same way. Very important to do. The next thing to have is what's called a hard drive. A hard drive on most computers, including Macs and Windows computers, that is the brain of the computer. The brain of the computer stores all your information, your files, your pictures, your videos, your contacts, everything is that you do with the computer. We'll talk about cloud system on how the second backup is always useful in the future. That would be on video number 3. So in this case, for this fan, I'm sorry, for the hard drive, when you store all your information, you want to make sure that you have a backup at all times. Never trust the computer itself, ever. Today's hardware that's basically being sold to the general public today, based on our analysts being doing this for 33 years, is we notice that a lot of devices are not as great as they used to be back in the 90s and early 2000s. Meaning electrical failure, hardware failure, something eventually will happen. So what happens to your pictures and videos? Can they still be retracted or extracted? Can they be recovered? Yeah, anything can be recovered at any given time. But what you want to make sure is that you focus on the information you have in your computer. If you have a USB, you can always buy the USB attachments that have a Type C to USB. You can connect your USB, sync your information over. You can use an external drive, or you can use a cloud-based program, which you learn in video 3. Cloud is very important to have because if for whatever reason you are a very heavy user on your laptop, you want to make sure that everything stores into an external system. Somewhere where if it is lost, or someone stole your computer or stole your backpack and you carried all your drives inside there, you can always get it from the cloud. If you have your computer a lot and you store information to an external, you can always leave your external at home, take your laptop, go about your day, and hopefully nobody will take it or steal it from you. The next thing you want to notice about on these computers is the overall functionality of the screen. The screen features are a little bit different. So you have connections here and here, and these two areas. So these two areas up here and here have connections that basically get the screen to function the way it's supposed to make sure it happens. So if you dropped your computer and you say, "Oh, Robert or whoever, I broke my screen. Is there any way that can be fixed to get my laptop to work better, or am I pretty much gonna do I have to buy another one?" The answer is you do not have to buy another computer. We can always replace your screen, or you can find someone who can replace your screen. You can always find them online. So that's basic fundamental number 1. Now, what you also want to be careful on these Macs compared to some of the newer models, or the Windows computers, is if you spill liquid on the keyboard here and you get any kind of liquid in here, your computer will not function the same. It will be totally different. Some things will work, some things will not. As soon as you spill something on here, do not ever turn the computer back on. Number 2, always leave it unplugged. Remember, why should I leave it unplugged? People probably ask me that a few times. Well, because you still have a battery. If you still have a battery that's sending power to the device, you want to make sure that it does not turn on, because if you do have some important information in here that you do want to save, you're basically asking the computer, I want you to malfunction regardless of how many times I turn you on or off. Almost like you standing in water and there's electricity hitting it. And then next you know, you're going to be shocked, hurt, and or killed. So basically you're doing the same thing to the laptop. So remember, laptops and computers of any kind, including your devices, work almost identical to us humans. We basically function the same way, different kind of technology or different kind of ways, but it does function differently, but almost in similar terms, are pretty much the same as the human body. So basically, this is the end of the video of basics number 1 for Apple computers. Basics number 2, you're going to learn about Windows computers. See you on the next video.